Hello guys, so this is destined to be a controversial video. So today I'm going to be telling you my top 5 best players of all time, and let's just crack into it. So number 5 is Johan Cruyff. Now I could have picked a lot of other players, but Johan Cruyff, for me, one of the most majestic players of all time. He picked up 270 games for Ajax, scoring 176 goals and assisting 117, picking up 6 yellow cards and 1 red card. For FC Barcelona, he played 95 games, getting 37 goals, 5 assists and 8 yellow cards. So he wasn't at his best stats, but for Feyenoord, he played 1 season there, scoring 13 goals and getting 3 assists in 44 games. And also, he did reach the World Cup final in 1974, getting injured against Germany in the 8th minute. And for Netherlands, he scored 33 goals in 48 appearances. And he missed out on the 1978 World Cup because he was held hostage. And if he did play, I'm pretty sure they would have beaten Argentina in the final. And also, he was just one of the best managers of all time as well. He made a Barcelona dream team in the 91-92 season, playing with Romario and Pep Guardiola, just to name a few in the squad. He unfortunately passed away in 2016, yep, I feel like he deserves a spot in this video. Number 4 is Diego Maradona. So Diego Maradona is more known for his time at Napoli, where he established himself as one of the best of all time and the best of his generation. Despite his bad habits on and off the pitch, he only received 1 red card in his career, receiving 17 yellow cards, so he wasn't as bad as people think. He had a better record than Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, and also Pele. So he's a pretty good boy on the pitch. Anyways, he played for Barcelona, scoring 32 goals in 45 appearances, making 1 assist. And also, for Sevilla, he played 26 times, scoring 5 goals. And for Napoli, at his best, he scored 259 games, 115 goals, 29 assists. Yeah, so he's a pretty lethal goal scorer for a midfielder. And also, he got drug tested twice and they came back positive. Now, I've already touched on this in my Onana ban video, so if you want to know what drugs he used, go check out that video, link in the description. So, he also won the World Cup with Napoli in 1986, scoring 90 goals for Argentina. No, scoring 34 games in 90 goals. That did not make sense. But he scored one of the goals of the century and one of the goals of all time against England, and also scoring with his hand in the same game, getting Argentina through to the semi-final of the World Cup. Number 3 is Pele. So Pele is the only player who has won 3 World Cups and played his best football at Santos. He scored 643 goals for Santos in 656 appearances. He also netted 64 strikes in 107 games for the New York Cosmos in America. He was a legend of the game, but never went into Europe. And, as people say, he is one of the GOATs. He's also had many movies made about him, like Pele Birth of a Legend, which was made in 2016. And for Brazil, he netted 90 goals in 77 games. So he was pretty lethal and one of the best strikers of all time. And most consider him to be the best. Which, if it wasn't for my next 2, he pretty would be the best. He did play throughout the 1950s all the way up to the late 1970s. And he was a real player, inventing some of the best goals of all time, such as the bicycle kick. And he was just way better than anyone from his generation. And he destroyed some of the world's greatest defenders, including the likes of Bobby Moore and Franz Beckenbauer, which he did also play with the likes of Franz Beckenbauer, Johan Cruyff, and George Best at the New York Cosmos. Number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Ronaldo is actually the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of football, a record which he broke earlier this year, and has played for teams such as Real Madrid and Manchester United, being Real Madrid's all-time top scorer, scoring 450 goals in 438 games, and 292 games he bagged himself 118 goals. And for Sporting, where he started his career, in 31 games he scored 5 goals and got 4 assists. And at Juventus, the club he is at now, he has in 113 games 88 goals and counting. So he's arguably the greatest striker of all time to grace the pitch, and has the best goal record in national team history, which he broke again earlier this year. He is such a good player and is the captain of Portugal, and in 170 games he has 102 goals, the only player to get triple digits for the national team in history. So he should be proud of himself, and also has 5 Champions Leagues and 5 Ballon d'Ors, only behind one person. And he is arguably the greatest player of all time. In many aspects he is. He's the greatest shooter of all time. And even in assists, people say he's greedy. He's got over 100 assists. He's the second most assisted player of all time. He's got the second most assists. So, honourable mentions for this top 5 are Frank Puskás, Alfredo Di Stefano, Franz Beckenbauer, George Best, Bobby Charlton, Zinedine Zidane, R9 Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and basically that's it. So now let's just go on to our number 1. Number 1, Lionel Messi. Now, Messi is a rare type of player in football. He is a one-club man for FC Barcelona, which he has played with since 2003. And in 757 appearances for the Blaugrana, he has got 651 goals, 285 assists, and only 1 red card, which obviously received a bit recently. And for Argentina, he made his debut on August 17th, 2005, which he got a red card. He has made 142 appearances since then, scoring 71 goals. So he has the most goal contributions in the history of the sport. And also, he has the most Ballon d'Ors, 4 Champions Leagues, and he can score literally from anywhere. You can play him, like, he's very versatile as well. He can play cam, centre forward, striker, left wing and right wing. So he can play in a lot of different positions. And also he just, like, I can't even name a defender that he can't get past. Like a prime Beckenbauer, a prime Maldini, a prime Roberto Carlos and a prime Cafu. He'd destroy all of them. Easy. He is the greatest player of all time by a country mile. He is absolutely insane. So I think that's a very good way to wrap up the video. So I'll see you tomorrow.